Our last story is about the Summer Olympics. It's just around the corner. This year, the Games are taking place in Paris. So the City of Light is brimming with excitement, anticipation, and bacteria. Yes, you heard that right. In focus is the Seine, a river that flows through the city. It is heavily polluted, but Paris promised to get it clean by the Games. But that hasn't happened, so residents have decided to take it into their own hands. They are threatening to defecate in the river to prevent the Games taking place there. And if that's not enough, the lack of cooling in the Games village has led to countries bringing their own ACs. Our next report tells you more.
We are just days away from the Olympics, the biggest sporting event in the world. France is gearing up to host the Games. All the preparations are in place, but one thing is missing: air conditioning. So, did Paris forget to put a bulk order for ACs? Or is the heat part of the French experience? Well, neither. You see, the Olympics may be good for the world, but they're terrible for the environment. So the organizers are looking at ways to be sustainable, to reduce the carbon footprint of the Games. But France took it one step further. Paris ditched ACs for a geothermal cooling system. It's installed in the Olympic Village. France says this will keep the rooms at least 10 degrees cooler than outside temperatures. But not everyone is convinced, and you can imagine why. Europe is dealing with a record heat wave. Temperatures are soaring. These could be the hottest Olympic Games on record. Athletes may be prepared to sweat it out on the field, but in their rooms, they want to be sweat-free. Which is why countries are now bringing their own air conditioning. From the United States to even Greece, teams will come armed with personal air conditioning. But while countries prepare to tackle the heat, Paris has a bigger problem, and it's flowing through the city. We're talking about the River Seine. It's the designated venue for the Olympic water events, like open water swimming, triathlons, and others. Swimming in the Seine has been banned for about 100 years due to pollution, sewage, and rainwater runoff. But Paris was insistent about making it the star feature. So authorities spent $1.5 billion trying to clean it. President Emmanuel Macron gave assurances. So did the Paris mayor. They even promised to take a dip in the Seine, hoping to prove the water's safety. But even a month ahead of the Games, authorities are not sure. They're not convinced that the water is clean. And the citizens have had enough. They are frustrated by the sewage. They want to stop the Games from taking place in the Seine. So they've come up with a unique solution: mass defecation in the Seine. It was supposed to take place on June 23rd. But the protesters are yet to take a splash in the Seine, quite literally. For now, there isn't a flotilla of feces flowing downstream, but the world is still watching with bemused anticipation. Will the athletes plunge into a poop-filled Seine? Will this turn into a hygiene hazard? We won't know until next month, but one thing is for sure. The Paris Olympics may not be remembered just for the medals, but also for the murky waters. Welcome to the Bizarre Olympics 2024, where the heat is on and the Seine runs brown. It's truly a watershed moment for Paris.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon fans move across to the West Indies. What can we expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alison Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Eric Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital,